I read Babylonia by Costanza Casati, and I really, really liked this. To an extent. I liked most of it. I got a little confused. There's a lot of characters, and I kept confusing who was who in relation to Semiramis, who is our main character. She is the legend of her as the first female empress of like the Assyrian Empire, I think, if I'm getting it right, Babylonian, stuff like that. And if you like books like Kaikeyi, I think you will like this. This is kind of a feminist retelling of her story. It is so long ago, it's impossible to fully know the full details of who Semiramis was. Oops, sorry, I just kicked my own tripod there. But this goes over her start of life and how she rose to power in about 5 different like books, kind of acts in the whole thing, and even the rise and fall of her own husband, and how her relationships are so interwoven in the court. She's playing court games and stuff. And I really liked that Semiramis pretty much kept true to herself overall. Like, she was always really looking out for herself. And I loved her sense of empowerment that she kind of had throughout the book. Even when, the men folk would tell her no, she'd be like, screw you, I'm doing it anyway. And prove them wrong a lot of the time. Not always, but a lot of the time. I just really, really enjoyed this. I thought it was a really good look into history that's not really talked about a lot. No, it's still historical fiction, but the thing I love about historical fictions like these with the feminist retellings is that immediately after, I'm like, I'm gonna go on and go see what I can find from this. So it makes people go into the nonfiction parts of this and go look into the resources to learn a bit more and to expand. So that's what I loved about like Kaikeyi. Like, I didn't really know much about the Ramayana, and then after reading Kaikeyi, I did that. Same with a bunch of other books that I read that are like historical fiction retellings. I'm like, you know what? Let's go Google that real quick and see some things, and maybe find some more books that are nonfiction and talk a little bit more about these characters, or about these people in history, these historical figures. So I really, really like that. If you're interested in that kind of history and the journey of Semiramis, go look into it, because I can recommend it.